Good afternoon, y'all. Yes, I am driving. I'm on my way to a basketball game. That's the life of an administrator. But I wanted to take a few minutes. Cherie and some others asked me to just kind of give y'all a rundown of what I am doing to get the PRS that I have achieved so far, and lay out, what am I doing that I have $1,600 already, and it's the 7th of the month. There's 6 things that I do that I have found that are successful. The first thing is I've just replicated and duplicated what Cherie, Jordan, Sarah, some of the other elites, I've gone through and I have literally taken a notebook and gone into Cherie's party and literally wrote down day by day, post by post, what she did, and kind of got a flow and an order and organization to my party so that I'm not here, there, and everywhere. I'm still tweaking it, but I pretty much kind of now have it the way I want it. I use Post My Party. Again, I work outside my home. I'm an administrator at a high school. Post My Party allows me to schedule all my posts for the whole party, and then I just go in and add pictures, my personal pictures, my videos, or if I wanted to change something, like when the eye primer came out, I needed to add that, so I just went and did that personal post. It's the first thing I did. Second thing I did is I stacked my parties. I decided I would do 3 parties a week, starting on Sunday nights. Every Sunday night, 3 parties start. So on Sunday nights, 3 parties will be close to ending, 3 parties will be beginning. Right now, I have 12 parties on my books for January. I got those parties by following Jordan's call last week where I did the birthdays. I went through the month of January, wrote down everybody on Facebook that had women who had birthdays in January. I messaged all of them. I got 5 parties booked like that. Some parties were booked from previous parties. But when I first started, I went through my friends list and I went through my phone, and I text messaged and private messaged everybody about my Younique business, and I got 6 parties on my book. 3 started one week, 3 started the next, and from there I've just built. The third thing that I do, number 3, is I use my own pictures of myself. I use my own videos. I use Jordan's videos, Cherie's videos, Cherie's pictures, Danielle's pictures. I use real people, us, our presenters, us, in my pictures on my post. I stay away from stock pictures as much as possible. A lot of times it's hard not to. Sometimes you just have to, especially if this is your first week or first month and you're still getting your stuff together. But as soon as you get them together, put your own pictures, put your friends' pictures, put them wearing your product, put you wearing the products. Yes, I hate doing videos. I agree with you. I'm right there with y'all. Nobody wants to see my fat face, but they're going to see it because I want them to see me wearing it. The fourth thing that I do is I do personalized thank yous. At the close of the party, I go through everybody that purchased. I handwrite a thank you note and mail it to them. I mail a thank you note to my hostess. I just think that gives that little personal touch that, hey, she took the time to actually write a thank you note to me. Anytime I send out a free product, I jot a little note. Here's your free samples. I'm so glad you requested them. If there's something I can do for you, let me know. I always send some kind of personalized writing when I ship anything out. Number 5, fifth thing that I do, and I've done this since the beginning, I've taken my Younique debit card. Anytime I get a commission, I add it up for that party, and that's what I spend to reinvest into my business. I've ordered products. That's why I have almost all the foundations, so that if somebody wants to try it, I can send them a sample. I buy oodles of lip liners, oodle of eyeliners to give away as roll call drawings, thank you gifts. If you book a party, you get a free liner. They don't get a color choice. They get whatever I have in my stock. I keep mascaras on hand. This past Christmas, I gave away oodles of mascaras. Not gave away, I sold mascaras. So, I do that. The other thing that I do that has really helped, and I know that this is a biggie, is in-home consultations. I have to be honest with you. I sold another company's product, another makeup company, and it was all in-home demonstrations. I mean, that was the whole company. That's what you did. You did in-home parties. You did the hostess makeup, you did somebody else's makeup, and then you sold it then. So for me to go in and do in-home consults it doesn't bother me that much, because I've done other people's makeups for this other company years ago, like 20 years ago. But I think that's huge. I really do think that is what is one of the key factors between my very, very successful parties and my so-so successful parties. And what do I mean by that is I've had a $891 party. I've had a $675 party and a $570 party. The last two parties happened the first week of January. Those two parties just closed this past week. First week of January, I had a $675 party and a $575 party. Right after Christmas. I was in shock. But you know what I did different for those two parties? And the third party was like $150. It didn't even qualify. What I did different is one of them was my sister. I went to her house last weekend. She and her friend and my recruit, and I did their makeup. I matched Rachel with her makeup. I matched her friend with her makeup. I took pictures of Rachel and Brandy. I posted Rachel and Brandy's before and after pictures in Rachel's party. Rachel posted it on her personal Facebook page and said, look what my sister did. I love my makeup. It's so natural. Bam. I started getting orders in that party like crazy. Because all of a sudden, my sister, who never wears makeup, who is not into all of this, said how much she loved it. The second party was the same way. I didn't get to do her facial, because she lives in Arkansas and I live in Louisiana. But she had enough of the products that she got so involved in her party and so excited and was telling them all about it in every other post that it just made everybody else really want to buy. And so they bought collections. So I think the more involved your hostess is, the better your party's going to be. But if you can get to that hostess the first couple of days of that party and do an in-home consult, do her makeup, take pictures, post that in their party, that's going to give you huge dividends. It has me. It has for me. And I tell them, I mean, I've built up my foundations, and now I'm working on the pressed powders so that I can give them both options. I use my own makeup. I brought my own makeup and used it. And then follow up. Jordan and Sarah. Jordan has developed a great follow-up program. Do it. I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm not the best at follow-up. I'm behind on my follow-ups. But my New Year's resolution is to be better with my follow-ups. Get with your follow-ups. Make sure you're doing that 2-week contact, that 2-day contact, that 2-week contact, that monthly contact, 2 months. This is a business. I am now, I'm not to a point where people are ready to reorder, but I had a woman who bought mascara from my second party. That's all she bought. I messaged her about doing a party, and she kind of blew me off. That's fine. We all get told no. But then that $575 party, she contacted me and said, hey, Miss Julia, I really want some foundation. Can you help me? Mine is back ordered. What can I do? Well, I upsold her the BB cream and the pressed powder and told her that's what I've always worn that, because my color was out when I first started having my party. My color was out. So it was like, okay, I'm not even going to get to wear my foundation. So, and now she booked a party. So sometimes people just need to kind of soak it in take it all in before they commit. No doesn't always mean no. Sometimes no means just let me think about it and give me a few weeks, and then I'll get back with you. I don't push. I am not pushy. If they say no, I may wait a month. And so, like I said, the ones in October, now it's January, and they're interested in doing a party because they've worn the product for a couple of weeks, for a couple of months. So I hope that helps. If anybody wants to be tagged into any of my parties just to see the flow, I'd be more than happy to put you into one of the older parties, and you can kind of see how that event went. Cherie is wonderful to follow. Poor old Cherie, I must have nagged her to death, because my first 2 weeks when I wasn't doing parties, I was reading the new presenter crew. I was stalking her parties. I was stalking Lash Boss. I was stalking everything I could to get YouTube videos, anything I could. I was doing it. So, like I said, if you have any questions, you can message me. I'd be more than happy to talk with you. And let's just keep going, because right now this is a great team. We're adding more. I need to work more on recruiting. I know recruiting is a big thing and getting bigger PRSs. And right now my recruiting is stagnant. So I really am trying to work on my recruiting and what I can do to get more recruits under me, so that I'm not having to do all these parties. But right now for January, I have 12 parties, Cherie. 3 more and I'll be at 15. So y'all have a happy January. Bye.